Welcome back to Let's Play Might and Magic 7, Episode 9. Picking up where we left off last episode, we've just arrived in the Tularian Forest. Uh, Looks like Syndrome got cursed by the Harpies in the last video, so I'll have to get that cured in town. Only a few things that we want to take care of here. So first off, I'm going to be headed to town, dodging some very angry trees. And in town, we're going to be looking for the Water Walk spell. We couldn't find it last time we were here, but hopefully enough time has passed that the Water Guild has refreshed its stock. In addition to that, I think that we are going to go ahead and train. Although, if the carriage or the boat is able to take us to Avley, we'll just do that straight away. But if it doesn't, then we'll go ahead and train here for a level or so. When we do get to Avley, the Master Arms Master trainer is there. So I'd like for the rogue to be able to get one more level in order to be able to take advantage of that. And I don't think that there is a trainer in Avley. So we might have to just train here.
Welcome to the Water Guild.
So technically the thief can use elemental magic, only ever at the normal level, so it's never worthwhile. So let's see here. There we go. Copy of Water Walk. That will be extremely important in Avley. So let's go ahead and head to the trainer now. And we'll check the shops while we're here. I don't think that we have any quests that we need to turn in yet, because both quests that we have from here involve going to Avley. Yep, nothing to turn in just yet.
Fine elfish weapons.
I've never seen a Titan killing weapon before. That's interesting. Don't think it's useful necessarily, but certainly interesting.
Thank you for your coming. How may I help you?
And not seeing anything useful here, but we have some items to sell.
It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Now we're just going to go ahead and train one level,
Well done.
which will be enough to put Arms Master up to 7. Now let me go ahead and assign out my other skill points. Might as well push Plate up to the Master level. Next time I'm in Arathia, I can train that. I'll do the same on the Paladin. And then on Syndrome, I'll go ahead and get Water Magic up to level 10. Okay, so 1 day has passed. Let's see if the carriage or the boat will take us to Avley.
Need a ride?
Alright, there we go.
We're off.
Okay, a few things that we want to take care of here. First, we want to train Arms Master up to Master. So I'll go ahead and do that. That's going to result in a massive power swing for the Knight. I forgot about that. So with a rank 7 in Arms Master, with her plus 22 bonus, she's now adding 29 to damage and attack, and subtracting it from her recovery time. So she's kind of a beast now. And it'll stay that way for the rest of the game. So comparing her stats to everybody else, it's just a no-brainer. And this is with the rogue having a bonus of 9, so adding 16 damage and 16 attack. The Paladin's no slouch, though, so he's still competitive, at least over the Wizard. Still need to get that curse taken care of. Let's go to the church and take care of that now.
How may we help you?
So donate, did I take care of that? I already took care of that, so no need for that. No, they do actually have a trainer here, but not necessary. Okay, so the only things that we need to take care of here, I believe, are to go to the ferry mound, which is located just a little bit west of town. First puzzle involved here is pretty easy to solve. It's just a single room with this hill in it and nothing else. But I believe if you go clockwise around the hill, there you go, it will teleport us to another area. And then just keep doing that. And here we have the entrance. The Fairy King will request the pipes from him, so we can turn that quest into Tularia eventually. And we'll also finish the Hunter promotion quest. So this one we don't need to turn in. I believe that he automatically gives the promotion. There is a bit of good loot down here. I'm only going to do the first part of it, though, just in the interest of time. This chest contains the Fairy Ring, which increases the effect of all air spells by 50%. So that will be rather handy. That'll increase his spark damage by 50%. I'm going to go ahead and hop down to the bottom. Now, coming in here did strip me of the last of my food, so I'll have to remember to buy that the next time I'm in a town. Okay, with that having been done, we are going to go ahead and cast the Water Walk spell. That's going to last 10 minutes per point of skill, so it's not going to last very long. Let's see, an hour and 40 minutes. So that's plenty long, actually. No reason not to pick up all of this gold.
It might be useful.
Yeah, that's a good suit of chainmail also. I feel like this well in the middle of the town might be trapped, but I'm going to check it anyway. Nope, nothing special there. Okay, so our goal is on that island over there. There are 4 or 5 different chests on the island, one of which contains one of the last golem pieces. Now, we're going to be getting shot at by all sorts of water elementals on the way in, so we'll have to be a little bit dexterous in our dealings here. And also make sure that we're opening these chests with the thief.
This is weak. This is weak. Figures.
And of course, we'll grab the obelisk while we're here.
Got it.
All right, and there's the golem arm.
This is weak.
Nah, it's just a scratch.
Yeah, I'll grab this gold arm here, and then I'm going to get out of dodge. Can't dodge them all, not when there's that many of them. Unlike with dragon fighting. Okay, and with that, we have, let's see here. I count 2 arms, 2 legs, the torso. So the only remaining piece that we're missing is the head. So our goal now is going to be to get to the Bracada Desert and turn in that quest. I'm not sure if we can get to Bracada from Avley. We might be able to just walk south and get there, actually. So let me check the dock and the carriage, see if either of those will take us there. And if they won't, I will fill up on supplies and just see if I can walk.
Welcome aboard!
No need to go to Arathia just now.
Welcome, travelers. Our meals are second to none. Need a ride?
And carriage takes us to Tulaga. So, okay, let me see if I can just walk there. I believe that Bracada is just south of Avley. Although I'm not sure if there's actually a road. Tularia is to the east. I might have to go through Wyvern territory, which is actually kind of dangerous. No, I think my best bet might be to go back to Arathia and see if I can catch a carriage or a boat from there. We might have to wait a couple of days here, but not the end of the world. That audio bug is never friendly. Okay, this will take us to Bracada. It's going to take 6 days to get there, but not the end of the world. Okay, here we are in Bracada. The first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and take a stroll through this desert. There are 2 more genie lamps here, so I'll see if I can spot those. I see one up ahead. And then I think there's one off to the left here, so they show up pretty well against the sand, so it shouldn't be too hard to spot them. So, Bracada is the home of the sorcerers. Each sorcerer, for their initiation, is required to make a golem, which I suspect is why there are so many of them here. Well, I'm not seeing it, so I'll do a flyby once I have the fly spell. So the next thing I'm going to do is hop up this hill here. I'm going to go ahead and cast the jump spell to make that a little bit faster. Now, located in Bracada are actually 2 golem heads. One of them is broken and results in a golem that will attack the party.
I think I got
The
it.
other is a normal head, so this one will make our fully functioning golem.
This is weak. This is weak. Figures. This is weak.
Alright, I'm just going to hop down here and pick up the horseshoes. I don't believe that there are any skills that we need to train while we're in town here.
Got it.
Here we have the Abbey normal golem head. I'm not going to take that.
Figures.
Oh, well, that is very handy. This actually details where the golem parts were delivered to. Not necessary now that I have all of them, but could have been useful. So let's see, the School of Magic, I believe, is this pedestal. So I'm going to go in here and turn that quest in.
Charge!
Thomas Gray is the wizard promotion teacher. The quest isn't directly turned into him at this point. Basically, it adds the golem as a NPC in our inventory, and by clicking on this, will assemble each of the parts, and then we can turn the quest in. Archmage is the light path wizard promotion, so we will be returning to him once we're aligned with light. Okay, Syndrome is now capable of becoming a master in all of these skills. Fire magic we can learn at the master level in Harmondale. Air magic is going to require us to go to... I think that it might actually be Aveline, so I might have to take another trip back there shortly. Water magic is going to involve going to Nihon, which is going to be a fun little trip. But since I'm in Bracada anyway, I should take care of 2 quests that I have involved in this area. The first is to help the dwarves with their situation. That requires going back near the stable area. Huh? Let's see. The Dwarven Mine is just around the corner here, guarded by some griffins. The other quest takes place in the same mine, but involves going to the lower level and actually dealing with the Medusa threat. Yeah, the knight is doing a ton more damage now that her arms master skill is being added to damage.
That's just scratch.
Shame that it doesn't also add that damage to archery, but you take what you can get.
Figures.
Okay, so now that I think about it, this mine is actually filled with oozes, so Syndrome's going to be doing quite a bit of the work here. We do still have those elemental weapons, but we're going to be fighting oozes that are quite a bit stronger than the ones we dealt with back in Harmondale. Luckily, with the ring that we found in Avali, each spark is now doing 12 points of damage, so that's 60 a shot now.
Ow.
Here we have the first dwarf. And much like in the fairy tales, I believe that there are 7 dwarves that are in need of rescuing. Since I am in combat, I'm going to go ahead and put regeneration on each of my characters. Now, unlike the oozes, the medusas, if I remember correct, are actually immune to magic. So for those, it's going to be
This
a
is weak.
pure melee slugfest. But given the knight's newfound capabilities, I don't expect it to be all that bad. Although a few people will probably be turned to stone. Which is exactly what you would expect fighting medusas, so... This, I believe, counts as a chest. That's a fair amount of orderly, sorted gold. I'm actually going to save this tome for last.
Ow.
Here we have a red ooze. Those are the most dangerous type. But nothing we can't handle.
Ow. Ow.
Didn't even see that one. I can't believe there's only one more dwarf to go. broken
Nope,
here.
there's no
We'll see
room.
if
I can't repair it.
yeah, the knight needs to work on her repair item skills still. So it's currently at rank 4 expert. We should take that up to master now that we have several other skills that are over there.
Was that supposed to hurt?
I take it back. There's one more dwarf now. Here we have the last of the dwarves, so that should take care of that quest once we head back to Stone City. Now we're going to be heading into the Medusa area. This will be quite a bit more challenging than that was. I'm going to have to keep an eye on my party to monitor whether anybody is paralyzed or turned to stone. Turned to stone is quite a bit more noticeable than paralysis is. Just loot everything that we can. And then we'll start clearing this.
Finally!
Empress Medusa are the highest tier. Here we have a rather difficult room, if I recall correctly. Quite a few Medusas in here.
Was that supposed to hurt?
Alright, Syndrome has been turned to stone, but I think that we picked up a few stone to flesh potions.
Finally!
That's just a scratch.
Ow!
Alright, Amarista has now had the same thing happen to her.
That's just a scratch.
Alright, and this Medusa drops a amulet, which will actually protect from stone, or at least make you resistant to it. So we'll go ahead and put that. Generation is still in effect, so that's not stripped away by being turned to stone, so that's good. We are now out of potions of stone flesh, so hopefully, if we get turned to stone again, we'll find a potion nearby. If I recall correctly, there really isn't any shortage of those potions. They're kind of sprinkled throughout this area as a welcome gift from the developers. Iron laced ore, I'm not concerned with. I am keeping an eye out for Eridin or Stalt. So you can now hear a mechanical noise in the background. That is our goal down here. I think that Amarista might have been paralyzed there, as was Bale. So I'm going to have to use some potions to fix that. Luckily, we have 2 of them. Or several of that. Better paralysis than stoning, so.
Was that supposed to hurt?
Toast. Ow!
Anyway, back to what I was saying. That mechanical orgling that you hear is actually the target of our quest down here. We have been given a worn-out belt to install in the machine that powers the lift. So once we use that, the lift will be sabotaged. So once we go back up, it will never work again, sealing the medusas down here. And also just being very annoying. I think there are just a handful of medusas left, and then we should be in the clear. And one more stone to flush potion in case anybody gets
That's just a scratch.
turned to stone.
Got him.
One last person was paralyzed. But, okay, good. We do have another potion.
We can always come back.
I thought it was supposed to give me a notification when it was installed, but maybe I just didn't notice it. Just in case, I'm going to head back to the elevator and make sure that that worked. Maybe it actually operates on a timer. Well, I don't have the belt in my inventory anymore, and I wouldn't have dropped it. So I'm pretty sure that this quest should be complete. But that's kind of causing me a little bit of concern. But nothing we can do about it now. Worst case, we miss out on a little bit of experience. So with that, I have finished rescuing the dwarves, so I can now return to Stone City. First, I'm going to make a stop off in Avley to pick up the Master Air skill to give me access to fly and invisibility spells, but I will take care of that next episode. I think that this is a good place to call it, so thanks for viewing, and I'll see you next episode.